Hello everybody, this is Havoc, back with another video on Stronghold Warlords. If you haven't seen my demo playthrough, click on the card that popped up in the top right corner to go take a quick look, as this video is based on my time playing said demo. Today will be a bit of a hybrid video, as I bring you some features of the game which are more concrete, but also give some opinions and thoughts on it as well. I want to emphasize a couple of things to give you some context, and then we'll get into the video. First, this is not only a demo, but an alpha demo. They showed it off at the shows like EGX. A lot of these things are missing and potentially unbalanced, and this is nowhere near the finished product. Second, the last Stronghold game I played extensively is Stronghold Crusader way back in the day. Should I mention features in this video that have been in games post-Crusader, do let me know in the comment section below, and also forgive me in my potential ignorance. With that out of the way, let's dive into 6 things in Stronghold Warlords. Right off the bat, the defining feature is also the namesake of this title, Warlords. Instead of independent AI building their own settlements as in previous games, in this demo we had access to these Warlords. The Warlords will swear fealty to you for a certain amount of influence, which is generated by your embassy and consulate buildings. With several different Warlords available, they'll bring their own unique advantages, from resources to troops, and even just turtling up as a defense point, all costing influence to enact. It's a pretty interesting mechanic that does have some historical premise, though I hope we will also get to play with regular AI allies as in previous titles. This mechanic wasn't actually in the demo, but I couldn't help but notice Spirit in my few playthroughs. There are 2 pieces of UI down at the bottom relating to Spirit and Spirit points, not to mention the freaking huge Buddha statue on the map. Could Spirit be the new religion mechanic of Warlords? No doubt we will eventually see shrines and temples if that's the case, but will there be more depth to it than in Stronghold and Stronghold Crusader? How will Spirit points be used? Hopefully we will get these answers, or perhaps there's already been answered. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Again, with Crusader being the last Stronghold game I really played, there seems to be a lot more to mess with when it comes to several areas of the game. Extra rations for happiness are not just limited to food, but specific types of food. Things like tea and clothing, and I'm assuming Spirit as mentioned in the previous section. Being able to auto-sell or auto-buy resources from your market reduces micromanagement for your economy and helps keep the gold flowing in. Even more housing options, where higher quality housing will increase the satisfaction rating of your population. I'm really excited to see what all will show up for the future in these areas when the game is more polished and fleshed out, just to see how far we can modify things like happiness levels or even just our economy. These next couple of sections will be more critique and opinions on what I saw, and yet again I want to emphasize that I am commenting on a bare bones show-worthy demo of the game, but I still want to provide some feedback as I've done in the past with early builds of other games. The economy in this demo does seem pretty simplistic. There's a variety in things like food of course, but I mean simplistic in that it took very little of an economy to hold off near continuous waves of enemy troops for 15 minutes. The troops barely reached my walls in some playthroughs, and all I purposefully built was 2 wood huts, 2 farms, and 2 Fletchers, which sustained me the entire time. I'm really hoping it was just for demo's sake and letting you enjoy the basics of the game and just play around things for a little bit, nothing too micro heavy. There's a lot of empty building spaces in the UI, so I know there's a ton of room for more advanced buildings, and that's what I'm hoping we get to see with these later builds. The Warlord system has me both intrigued and slightly concerned, in part for reasons I've already mentioned. I'm not entirely sold how Warlords will work efficiently on a map and the relationship mechanics with multiple players, including the AI. Will the Warlords be a, first come first served basis? Can I persuade a Warlord away from my enemy? Can I persuade a Warlord away from my allies? I do really like the fact that I can use these Warlords to my advantage, acting as mini fortresses to choke point the other teams, or provide some honestly very nice benefits like resources or units. In the grand scheme of say multiplayer or skirmishes though, I would just like to know how they work, if they're balanced, and just how all players will be able to interact with them. Now my hesitations and concerns aside, I still really did enjoy playing the demo even after, 5, 6, 7 playthroughs. It still feels like a Stronghold game. The core mechanics are still there. The game looks very pleasing right now, even with a lot of the UI and other design aspects missing. I know the Eastern setting is a dividing factor in the community, especially among strategy titles, but it has a lot of potential and I'm eager to see what they'll do with it. The addition of gunpowder will make for some fun and explosive gameplay, and hell, at least we're already fighting barbarians, unlike another game set in the same time period. That's all for this video on Stronghold Warlords. A huge thanks to FireFly for allowing me to cover the game even in this early state. It's very appreciated to be among the few to get to show it off. Hopefully I'll get to cover more builds in the future, so if you enjoy these videos, be sure to give them a like and leave your honest comments down below. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all things strategy. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.